Hey everybody, and welcome to Epic Every Day, our weekday podcast for busy, stressed out Christians who want to do more than just survive. I'm Liz Frericks, and this is my husband Evan.
Good morning.
And we're so glad you guys are here with us today on this wonderful Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday. Thanks for spending part of your day with us and part of your week with us. Looking forward here. We really appreciate that. And if this episode is challenging to you or makes you think a certain way or helps you understand something, please share it with a friend or family member and see what they think about it.
So, last week of shows for a while.
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty crazy to think about. I mean, it's been a year.
Yeah, it's been a really good experience for us, and we just, like I said earlier, thanks for listening. We learned to work together in ways that we didn't know we needed to grow in. And I think we've learned about doing stuff on the internet, and we're hoping to, we're taking this break. We're kind of easing into the announcement that after Friday, we're not going to make any more Epic Everyday daily shows like this.
Well, at least as far as we know.
Yeah.
We might end up coming back to it eventually, but not for a while. Instead of doing a daily podcast, we're hoping to do some more structured, like a class or, well, probably a bunch of different kinds of classes.
Yeah, we're trying to turn Epic Everyday into a real ministry and a real business. So pray for us if you remember that. And keep track of, come on to our webpage, epiceverydaynow.com, sign up for our email list or like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter, and we'll keep you up to date as to what we're doing. But we are still going to be doing stuff.
As you guys know, we work our way through the CSCs every week. They are adaptations of Peter Ralston's Tai Chi principles, being calm, surrendered, centered, connected, and complete. We do one of those each weekday. So since it's our very last week, we thought we would talk about what we've learned about the CFCs.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about them for a whole year now. And even before that, we were disciples of, Liz has really done Tai Chi.
Wait, what?
Well, of Tai Chi. These come out of the 5 principles of Tai Chi that we learned. It's not like we've only been thinking about them for a year, but we have been intensely thinking about them for a year, and it's been really good.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason we decided to start doing this podcast is because they had been so incredibly helpful for the 5 years before then.
Yeah. Yeah. So the thing about calm that I was thinking about, just calm in general, is that whatever the topic may be for the week that we have had over the last year, is, we're usually trying to think of the problem with that particular CSC and that topic. And it's just been amazing. I mean, we've had 52 weeks here and basically 52 topics. Some of them we circled back around to, but, there's always, any moment can have something that's stealing our calm and driving us towards anxiety and chaos and fear. Like, that's just part of the world.
Right.
And every topic we tried to cover, whether it's faith or love or
money
or hope or money. Yeah. It's like, there's this tendency to be motivated by fear instead of by calm.
Yeah.
And so before studying the CSCs, that just felt normal. That kind of like that chaos of like, well, you just kind of got to bounce through life and do your best, and you probably get stressed, but maybe just kind of try to maybe ignore it and maybe it'll go away. Like that was kind of normal for me. And then the struggle was then to minimize stress and to kind of attack stress or ignore stress or to put out of my mind stress. And so it's this kind of meeting head on this sort of negative strategy where it's like anti-stress. Instead of, in the CSCs, it's this more positive strategy of building up calm. And I like that so much better.
Right.
Like building up calm, building in margin and building in, the way God designed me to be and what's available in my relationship, through my relationship with God, is actually calm. Whereas before, the only thing available is doing your best to try to like snuff out stress when it pops up, or to hide your fear, or to pretend you don't have as much anxiety as you do,
or change your circumstances.
That's
I think that's a trap that kind of goes along with that. The like, hey, if I would just fix these circumstances. And so it's like, I don't know. My example that I've used before is if you have this guy plugging holes in a dam with his fingers, and you're just like, oh, and more is coming out here. Cool, plug that up. More is coming out here. Oh no, you know.
Yeah. And the way that kind of naturally played out in my life was by, these things, the stress and anxiety and fear and whatever, it's so overwhelming and I don't really know what to do about it. So let's try to numb the feelings out by escaping. So escape into media, escape into other addictions. And then the feelings aren't as big and bad and strong and scary.
Right.
And that seemed like a pretty good way to deal with it. But again, it's not engaging in calm, it's numbing out. And so that got me in a lot of trouble. But working on the CSCs is just such a better and more amazing. The strategy before is getting rid of feelings. And I feel like in the CSCs, there's freedom to feel feelings all the more strongly and to be okay with that.
Right.
And to, like, the feeling of calm and the feeling of peace and the feeling of security in God is an overwhelming sensation. And why would we ever want to numb that out? And I've learned that accepting those feelings means accepting the deep sadness I may feel about something or the anger I don't know what to do with, but turning those things over to God and embracing calm, through things that lead me to calm, like meditation and prayer and faith. And that's just been my favorite thing about calm.
I think my favorite thing this year about calm has been, well, there's one that's kind of the same for all the CSCs. Like, I feel like I'm just constantly learning how much more I need to learn.
Yeah.
It's you start applying it and then you realize, oh, wait, there's this whole other, it's kind of like climbing mountains. You climb the foothills and you're like, yay, I've gotten so high up. And then you look over and you're like, whoa.
It seems like so much
There's
work.
a much bigger mountain. And so you climb that one and you're like, oh, there's another one beyond that. So kind of that process of going deeper and deeper into calm and all the CSCs and how applicable it is to every area of our lives. Yeah, I'm sure our shows felt repetitive a lot of the time, but the fact that we could continue applying it, and I have found in my own life that there's no area you can't apply the CSCs to. So it was kind of nice having that proven just through doing the podcast. But I think the biggest thing for me has been, I used to have this misconception that calm was about perfect circumstances. Not necessarily the same way you were talking about, but in a like, okay, so if I get in my quiet time every single day and, get in my meditation every single day and read my journal every day, like just these different things that I do as self-care, that I have to do all of those every day in order to have calm, which sometimes feels overwhelming in itself.
Yes.
But I'm finding that, calm is something you can grab hold of in a second because so much of calm is about letting go,
So you can grab hold of it.
Yes, which that's one of those things that, as my Tai Chi instructor will tell you, it's one of my pet peeves when he talks about stuff like that.
Sure.
That
it's a paradox.
Right. But it is. I mean, the more we let go of things, the more we let God be the one that's in control, the more we can be calm. And we, let go of our fear, let go of our anxiety. It's not about conquering those things. It's about letting go of them. And so we can do that in a second. And recognizing that my day, I kind of had this misconception that however my day was going, which is why I felt like I had to have those things in there. Like that's just the trajectory of the day. Once the day starts going bad, well,
right,
forget about it. The whole day is just going to be bad. There's no control over that, So being able to take a step back and say, wait a minute, I can still find calm right now, and the next moment, and the next moment, and the next moment. And I don't have to just give up because I lost it, Yeah,
that's so reassuring, and that's such a blessing. I think it's easy for that mindset to be there, and addicts too. They're like, well, if I already acted out today, I've already started drinking today, there's no way to be sober today. It's like, well, but each moment and each hour we can rededicate ourselves to the CSCs and to our relationship with God, and we can make a choice now that makes more sense than whatever we were trying to do before.
And the more we do that, the easier and easier it becomes to pull ourselves back from the brink, back from overwhelm. Because overwhelm does snowball. Mm-hmm. It gets harder and harder the longer you let it go on. So, but calm does too. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a practice of going, okay, how do I be calm? What am I don't know. It's just so helpful to stop and analyze, what am I stressing out about? Am I trusting God about this or not? Oh, and the other thing I was realizing over the past year is just recognizing how much stress I was carrying. I think as a society, we tend to live in overwhelm so consistently that it feels like the norm. Like you were saying. Yeah,
it feels appropriate, or it feels, unavoidable.
Right. So the more calm that I have, the better I feel, and the more I can recognize, man, I was so stressed before. And the less tolerance I have for stress. Not in the sense that, I can't handle being stressed anymore, but just in the sense where I'm like, why would I bother when I don't have to be?
Yeah. It is good to know that it, like you were kind of saying before, it's easier to be calm when we are practicing being calm.
Yeah.
Like anything. The more we kind of dwell in it, the more natural that state becomes to us.
Right.
And the transition is hard.
It is. It's a lot of work, but it is so worth it because it's something that is sustainable. Calm is a skill that you can take with you the rest of your life, and it's guaranteed to make your whole life better.
Yeah. And so our hope is that, like we said in the last couple of weeks, we're not going to be making the show anymore for a little while. And when we do start again, it may look completely different, but there is a complete package of a year's worth of shows. And every Monday we talk about calm in relationship to some stressor and something that tries to steal it from us. And so if you want to just listen to those, you can just go listen to all the Monday episodes. Or you could start next Monday and listen to an entire week of shows about all the CSCs. Those are always going to be available for you.
As always, pick whether today is going to be awesome or not, whether you're going to strengthen those neural pathways to look for the good things or to look for the bad things, because it's entirely up to you. You can pick which set of neural pathways you're strengthening. We love you guys, and we are praying for you, and we will continue to pray for you.
That's right.
Thanks to everybody that's been listening to the show and sharing the show. We really appreciate it. If you have found this episode helpful, please do share it and come back tomorrow. And we are going to continue our walk through the CSCs and talk about surrender and the stuff that we've learned over the past year in that area.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Have a wonderful opportunity day.